Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
The Managing Director of ISBM, Mr. Manish Kothari, Professor S.L. Rao, Dr. K.S. Anandaram, Dr. C. Manohar, Dr. Manasa, Mr. Kiran Bindu, Soumya Satpathy, and this Honorable Council, Vikram Vishwanath, other dignitaries of the dais, faculty members, and my dear students who are going to be tomorrow's pillars of the society. Well, when Dr. Manohar, being my colleague in an FKCCI and a close friend of mine, requested me to share some views with the students, I readily agreed, and that too being today's second Saturday, traffic was free, and I was early here. I was asked to talk on building India brand and role of entrepreneurs. Let me talk to you about entrepreneurs. If you all know that in our country there are more than 3 crores of SMEs, employing about 6 crores of employment, which is next only to agriculture. Almost around 45% of the total employment is from small-scale industry. And these industries are exporting 40% of our total exports of our country. This is a vibrant sector in our country, contributing so much of economy to the exchequer. But are all bureaucrats and the, sorry if the bureaucrats, not S.L. Rao is not a bureaucrat, or our politicians have not realized the potential available in small-scale industry. They have not made a pathway for the growth, except for one exemption, that is, under central excise, 1 crore of turnover is exempted under central excise when compared to medium large scale industry. Otherwise, all enactments have to follow everything ditto, whether by small scale industry or medium large scale industry. And you know that small scale industry, watchman to chairman is a single person managers. Well, today, managers have been trained like here in ISBR. So you are going to be the managers tomorrow. But do you like to be only managers? Do you want to continue your career as a managers only? Or do you want to take an experience as a manager and get into entrepreneurship? Think of yourself. You have just got an entry at such a prestigious college like this, and you have been placed amidst this electronic city, which is a pioneer in whole of the world, beautifully maintained, so many of industries doing crores of business a year, and you are amidst here. Your surroundings are so many industries. Just imagine. So that you have been influenced by all these industries here. And when you get out of this college, trained up by all your faculty members, of course, Kothari Saab is very dynamic, very active, make you an entrepreneur tomorrow. But you are going to be managers for any industry. But then how do you get into the enterprise? How you select a product, whether you want to get into manufacturing or you want to get into service sector, which is 60% of our economy is by service sector, thanks to our IT and BT. So would you like to get into manufacturing or service sector? How do you opt? How do you select? Probably what you have to do is identify your own passion, what you are good in, what you like to do yourself. And once you identify your passion, maybe join such kind of industry where your passion is nourished and nurtured, so that you get a first-hand experience, maybe work for about, say, 5 years or maybe 6 years, then enterprise it. But here, when you enterprise it, better you join 5 or 7 people of your own thinking line or your own wavelength people, thinking persons, join together and start it. Because today, any industry starting with a single person may not survive for a longer time. Sustainability is a question, because you have to follow so many enactments, you have to follow so much of financial jargons you have to adopt, you have to do so much of marketing, you must have a plan and a process in a manufacturing activity. So a single person may not be able to do it. Like Infosys, how Narayan Murthy started, 7 people or 9 people joined together and start, so that responsibility of each person can be taken under the same manufacturing company, or even a service sector also. So now you think that you got into an enterprise. The challenges you go through in enterprises is enormous. You become stronger and stronger and stronger. A day will come, any kind of tsunami, any kind of financial downturn will not affect you, because you have been undergone so much of heat treatment, nothing can change. And this is what is happening in small scale industry. If you have seen the financial meltdown, has not affected our country. Probably has not affected even a small scale industry. Probably their manufacturing activity, it was down. Maybe their turnover was down. They had just 1/3 of their turnover when the financial meltdown took place. But they slowly picked up. But imagine a situation of economic. In 1947, our $1 was 1 rupee. And in 1920, $1 was 8 rupees. So then what happened over a period of time? That means 67 years of independence, where it was $1 to 1 rupee. Why rupee has to come to 61 rupees against our dollar? Is it our bureaucracy? Is it our politicians? Or is it that corruption which is killing our economy and our growth? This is a question you have to ask and clean up the society. If our so-called the rulers, the facilitators, or the governance, what you have to do, the people, if they don't govern, we the youngsters, who are 60% of the people in our country are below 35 years. And in a few years' time, our average age is going to be only 29 years. Such a vibrant youth, highly educated, how to keep quiet? Maybe over a period of another 5 years, 10 years, or those oldies, all Yadavs and all those people who are creating trouble for the growth of India may go off. But we the youngsters are going to be there. Create a clean-up society, corruption-less society. Let us bring back the glory what we had, 1 rupee against $1. Why not? Enterprise it. The brand equity, India Incorporation, India Inc. is coming through you. We are the contributors to the economy. If you see the whole industrial scenario, the entire taxes are paid by us. That is from industry and commerce. Agriculture may not, so much of tax may not come to the government with exchequer, but they are be highly polished, nourished people or pampered people. Probably, of course, we don't blame the agriculturist. People may say, today Siddharamaiah says, we don't require to take acquisition of land of the farmers. Of course, we don't take acquisition, people do not grab the land of farmers. But today, if you see the statistics of even only Karnataka, where we have 6.5 lakhs only small scale industries, is only the 7% of the area being acquired for industries. Balance 93% is vacant. We have so much of, I think something like 40 to 45% of the land is a dry land. Not agriculture, absolutely not done. We can acquire such kind of land for industry. Why that politicians make such kind of hue and cry of land acquisition? Even the other day, same chief minister was supposed to chair a high-level committee where the 500 crore and above investors had been invited. Morning till evening, he made them to sit. Is this kind of politicians we have to take care of that? Anyway, that's a politics by itself. But enterprise is concerned, we have no politics. We have one community called industry committee or a small scale industry committee. And this kind of community is flourishes, and generally by and large employment is given for SLC failed, SLC passed, PUC or ITA or diploma. Mainly because if a person is recruited into a small scale industry and if he is an engineer, the owner of the industry first he tells him, first do your de-engineering. What you have studied in engineer probably may not be useful in industry. So then why do you waste your 4 or 5 years of time in engineering? The vibrant youth. Why not? This is the reason why I suggested Vice Chancellor, 1 year make compulsory for every engineer to go and do like a house surgeon, medical, the MBBS do, 1 year like a house surgeon. Let him work in industry. So that then only a certificate can be given by the industry. Or he can be also absorbed in the industry. Or with that certificate, he is capable of working in any other industry if there is no vacancy there. So probably require a change in the education. So my suggestion to Kothari is, you're around in Electronic City. Maybe you'll have to tie up with all the industries. What kind of managers they require in your neighborhood? Probably you have, of course, in our discussion, Kothari Sahab told me, they have sending the people to international. Fine, you do it. But also make available some of the managers here around this Electronic City itself. What kind of managers you want? Maybe take a feedback. Create such kind of people here, managers. Maybe they work here and tomorrow they may become an enterprise, entrepreneurs. Brand equity is created. And it is only that brand equity we can create by industrialization. Sir Vishweshwara stated, industrialize or perish. So when such kind of things are happening for so many years, and with such kind of politicians and bureaucrats made our economy so low, we the youth, gear up, wake up, come out, enterprise. And one strong suggestion for you is, don't bribe. If you want to get your job done, do not bribe. Make a policy. Yes, I'm not going to bribe anybody. Even if I suffer, doesn't matter, but still I'll get your job done. For that, probably our chambers of commerce, associations, help me you require. We are ready. If you all against the bribe and the corruption, we are ready. So let's create a better economy tomorrow. Let us bring back the glory what you had, 1 rupee against the dollar. Let's work for it, and you as the managers, train up here in the industry, have a passion, great passion, convert into entrepreneurship. Let's create a good society, peaceful society. That's our aim of life. Thank you very much.